What's going on YouTube? Effect Records here. Today I'm bringing you a new video of my new project I guess I acquired. So let's go ahead and give you the breakdown, the shakedown, and the rollabout, everything about that I know about this car. So with that being said, let's figure out what I want to talk about first, because yeah, this definitely needs some love and attention, which I plan on giving it, so stay frosty. And I'm gonna try to like go over kind of my plans with it and what I plan to do. So firstly, let's go ahead and pop the hood. I'll show you what this bad girl got. First of all, I guess before I can even pop the hood, I gotta show you how the door works, because it's not like you see a handle. It's not a normal handle. It has like a secret pressure release handle. So you'd think it'd be locked right there. You'd think it's locked. Well, if you gotta like pull out and then pull over to get it to open. Otherwise, you would think it'd be locked, but it's not. Here we go with the interior, just like that. And there's also another issue with the hood latch. So this thing tends to pop off. So if you gotta like pry upwards with it and then out, I think. Yep, just like that. So start counting these actually on all the problems that exist with this car that I'm gonna have to fix. Like when I said project car, I mean I gotta turn it into a car, because it's not really a car yet, like kind of thing. Like it needs, you know, everything almost. So hood, bumpers, fenders, I mean, you name it, it needs it. So yeah, for the hood, it's supposed to have a little pull thing, but instead they got this nifty little wire. You pull it. Let me try with my hand, my good hand. Hold on, I gotta pop it like that. Hold on, I'll get it. There we go. I just had to use my other hand to lift up the hood. So I'm not a big Volkswagen guy, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at here, but this I believe is a VR6, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not entirely sure, but what I do see is turbocharger potential, maybe, I don't know, something like that, or maybe TDI or diesel swap it with the ones out of the TDIs or whatever that is, for a diesel engine turboed. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Now, like I said, I'm not, you know, big on, you know, knowing everything about Volkswagens. I mean, I don't know anything about, like, everything about Mitsubishi either, but I know more about Mitsubishi than Volkswagen. So, I'm not entirely sure on if everything would just blow it up if I bought an engine for it. I'm assuming I might have to do something different with the fuel lines, maybe. But I'm not for sure. So, it's something that I'll have to look into. Just, you know, potential. Like, look at this car, it's just nothing but potential, because that's all it is. It's just slightly above scrap potential. So but yeah, that's basically the engine side of things. Now for the hood, it has been shot, apparently. That's what it looks like. Dents everywhere. Yeah, just a buttload of dents. The bumper's all scraped up, scratched. It's dirty. It needs a car wash. It's probably gonna be the first thing I do actually is give this thing a car wash. Then I believe the guy said it got hit by a semi or something. That's what caused, you know, this giant dent in the rear quarter, and then it's sandwiched up on the trunk itself. But that side looks a lot better. Now, I can't get the trunk open. That's another issue. So, me and the guy that sold it to me tried to get it open. Would not open, so we'll just leave it at that. Like I said, potential. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you're looking at this car. So, I think it might be locked. Oh, hold on. I gotta... There we go. There we go. So I think this is the lock button. There we go. So they have the battery in the trunk. Now, like I said, not a Volkswagen expert, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to like if it came back here or there's just like funky wiring, because it does look like there's funky wiring everywhere that I probably got to address. So yeah, I'll probably, if this goes in the engine bay, I might move back to the engine bay because of what I have in store for this puppy. It's dirty, it's filthy, needs a wash, needs new seats, new racing seats. That's fine, not too worried about it. One thing that is dope about this car, and probably the best thing about this car, and probably the only thing about this car, even though it's going to go away when I do racing seats because it needs them, is the well, the sunroof works. We tested that out, and the switch for the seat goes forward and back, because he had this thing way back. No way I could drive it like that. Now if we get into it though, however, you'll start seeing the meat and potatoes. So it's definitely needs cleaning, and it's seen a better day. But so the problem with the clutch is he says that he replaced the slave cylinder and that the it probably needs bled. Now I haven't looked at anything. I literally just picked this up yesterday around nighttime, so I didn't really do a video on it. Waited till today, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to find or anything. But this thing is like super loose. Like there's like barely any pressure, and you push it all the way to the floor and all of that stuff. So I mean, it could be a possibility. Well, I don't know until I dig into it. Now as for the transmission side of things, apparently this thing comes off. Also, it does not have first, he said, so it does not go into first. Like it's just, nope, it's not happening. So I'm not entirely sure if that would be like a transmission issue or a linkage issue, but it does not go. Now for reverse, you know, fine. Second will go, but only if you're rolling forward, so, or backwards. So how I get it to drive, how I drove it home, is I put this in reverse like that, and then I went reverse, you know, I backed up, and as I was rolling backwards, went in second. So that's kind of how I got it in a second. But all the other gears seem fine. I drove it a little bit on the highway, so I mean, it's only first and second that's the issue, but it does have second. Will not go into first. It just feels like you're hitting a you know, a wall is what it kind of feels like. Missing a lot of plastic pieces, but he says he has them, you know, back there somewhere. He says they are included. Need some headliner work, it looks like. Yeah, it's like everything around here, like what you see is what I got basically. Also the dash is like a Christmas tree. Let's see if it'll start. Actually, it probably won't, and the reason why I say that is because the battery is no good. Like it doesn't hold a charge. So let's see if it will. I mean, I did just try to fully charge it, but it wouldn't even fully charge before it's just draining back out. But I did have it running, you know, about an hour ago, so it might still be good. Nope, battery's dead. So I can't show you the Christmas tree dashboard. Like obviously one of the first things I got to get to is a battery. So yeah, it's what I'm working with. Now I'm not going to be like everybody else. I'll tell you guys what I paid for it. They were asking $1,500 for this car. I ended up buying it for $800, which I feel like is a little too high still. But it does run and drive, so to me it'd be at least a $500, like no less kind of car. But I mean, like overall, like I don't see a lot of rust on the outside. I haven't really looked under it either, so let's look under it. What if there's just like nothing but rust? I mean, it just looks like dirt. Like rust wise, this car looks pretty clean, to be honest. Like until I get the dirt off, I can't really tell. But when I was looking around the body, I was like, yeah, there's damage, you know, there's stuff I obviously need to fix. But there's not a lot of rust. Like there's a little bit, you know, right there, but it's not like an insane amount where it's like unmanageable. Otherwise I wouldn't have got it. So in that side of things, you know, good. The rims look kind of cool. Trying to think of anything else that I'm probably forgetting to let you guys in on before I talk about that, because this video is really about this. So oh, I guess I'll tell you my plans with it. That's a good way to go. So my plans with this car is to get a Sharpie out, measure 2.5 inches, I think is what it is, draw a line, and then cut it, take a sawzall to it. Just cut it, and then get rid of all of that in the rear, and convert this into a UTE truck by Smith Productions, I think is what it's called. So Smith Production does a conversion kit to convert these. They have Beetle ones, they even have Charger ones and stuff like that. And it converts something like this into like a little mini truck kind of thing. That's kind of my plans with it. Let me know what you guys think on converting this bad boy to a Smith Production truck. So it's going to be a little bit until I get the kit, but I like to get it this year. The reason why I say it's going to be a little bit is because we got the new house, and it's, you know, not the cheapest thing in the world, so I got to knock out some other debt before I can afford it. But they do got an affirm option, so I'll probably affirm it again. But yeah, so that's kind of my plan, is to convert this into a truck. And to me, I think it's a pretty good donor car for that, because like if I mess up, you know, doing the truck, which I hope I don't, but if I do mess up converting this into a truck, then it's like, okay, I'm only really out the conversion kit, because you know, the car is already, you know, a mess to begin with. So that's kind of the idea with it. Now I was hoping to use this car for DoorDash when I first, you know, wanted to get it. I was going to use it for DoorDash for a little bit, you know, and realized that's not going to happen. So that's kind of my new plan with it. And I didn't even, when I first messaged the guy too, I didn't really know they even had trucks of this. I was just thinking, you know, DoorDash, and then I looked what I could do to something like this, and then it just popped up on YouTube, and I was like, okay, now we're on to something. So that's kind of the plan. I'll do, you know, more videos of it and stuff like that, and try to work on my production value and get that all up and good for you guys, because you guys are worth it. So yeah, it's basically everything about this car. Now I can go ahead and talk about my Evo 8. So this you haven't seen since my last video of kind of like showing the shop around and stuff, but you know, hasn't moved since. I haven't really, you know, just been unpacking. So it looks a little cleaner in here maybe the last time you seen it. I'm not for sure, but I know I've done some things to it. And my dad's going to be taking the wood stove out of here, so I'll have more room. I'll probably put the lift, you know, somewhere over there where the car is now. It's kind of where I'll probably put it, like right here. So that way I have a lift, but I want to make sure it's far enough from the wall so I could put it like a truck here if I wanted to, because I still have extra room up there if I don't need the lift and want to get my car to work on out of the rain and stuff. So I definitely like the size of this shop a lot better than my garage back home, or at my, you know, my last house. But anyway, so the only things I got to do to this really is the fuel lines. So I'll go ahead and pop the hood for you. So there's a couple things I got to do, I guess, but like to get it running is the fuel lines is what I got to work on. So everything's pretty much good to go. I do need to do some brake work because for some reason I got leakage out of my ABS pump. So yeah, I got to look into that, and also run my better lines and stuff. But what I was mainly trying to do, I guess, is try to get it running and driving. And then I was probably, to be honest, I was going to tear it all the way down back to bare bones. And the reason why is because once I get it running and driving, which I haven't done that yet, then I know I got every piece to put it back together again, you know, without, you know, worrying about if I got this, if I got that kind of thing. So once I get it running and driving and everything's, you know, the way I want it, I plan on tearing it back together, tearing it back down again, so I can do a lot differently, like run these brake lines a little bit differently. I might even do some deletes and stuff. I don't really know yet, but I'm probably going to do a little bit different paint job as well. Kind of got an idea on what I want to do, but maybe not. I might keep the silver. I'm not for sure yet. All I know is I want to get it running and driving. And the first things to do that is the fuel lines, which I should be working on within this week, if not next week. So be looking out for a video of that as well. But yeah, that's basically this video. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you know that my editing, I'm trying to be a little bit better. I'm trying to learn how to color grade and all that stuff. And this is a new start, a new journey on the Effect Records YouTube channel. And I want you to stay here and follow my journey with me. Watch us be converted into a truck. Watch, me actually drive the Evo 8. And yeah, there's more to come. So, but I'll catch you on the flip side. No, I don't say that. I'll catch you next time. All right, peace.